And now, News 4's Weather Extra with Chief Meteorologist David Paul.
Welcome into Weather Extra on this Friday evening. No Ryan with me tonight, but we've got the buzzer just in case something goes wrong this evening. It's that time of year where the weather can really throw everything you can imagine at us. Cold air, hot air, including some highs in the 90s. Let's break down some of the temperature extremes with meteorologist Zach Webster.
Warmer air should start to settle into the region as we head throughout the month of April, though 90s still decently uncommon for this time of year. Over the last 60 years, the only times we've ever seen that first high temperature in the 90s in either March or April, that's only happened 18 times over the last 60 years. The earliest high temperature we've ever had in the 90s in Dothan on record is March 28th, 2020. That is so far the only time we've ever seen high temperatures in the 90s in the month of March. The average first day that we see those high temperatures in the 90s in Dothan is on May 8th, so they're still decently uncommon throughout the month of April. They start to become a lot more common as we head into May. We also start to see those cooler temperatures depart our region as well. We start to see a lot fewer of those 30s and a lot more of those 40s. There's a look at record lows for the month of April. The only time we've ever had a low temperature at or below the freezing mark in April, April 4th in 1987. We've continued to see some of those record lows in the middle to upper 30s through about the middle of April. Then as we start to close out the month of April, all those record lows start to jump up into the lower and middle 40s.
Certainly a month of change ahead. April can feature that hot air, that chilly air, and it looks like this April will feature both, some warm air and then some chilly air. Let's go to the graphic here and show you that warm up on tap for next week. The country right now very warm all the way up there into the Midwest, but we will see that colder air push southward. We keep it warm, but a little shot of that cooler air comes in for Tuesday morning. Temperatures here in the 50s, areas north of us in the 40s, but that warm front lifts back northward, so it stays warm. Wednesday, high temperatures well into the 80s. On Thursday, well into the 80s, and Friday of next week, high temperatures well into the 80s, but northward it will be cooler north of Memphis, north of, say, Nashville, some chilly air up there, and that's some of the cool air that will be moving in more than likely during the second week of April. This is a long-range projection here from the climate forecast system. That is for Friday morning, April 11th, and it shows an area of low pressure off the east coast, a cold front pushing southward, high pressure over the central U.S., and that will allow north winds to blow, pushing in that cooler air. So for the end of that week into that following weekend, we could see some really chilly weather here in the Wiregrass. How cold will it be? The long-range models vary from lows in the upper 30s to lows in the middle to upper 50s. If we look at the records for the middle of April, the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th, 37, 36, 39, 41. That kind of gives you an idea of how chilly it could be if we got record lows to build in. Not saying that's going to happen. Looks like low temperatures for us may dip into the 40s for a couple nights, but it's worth watching. Certainly strong signals looking out. We're looking out over 10 days, 2 weeks. Strong signals of some cool air looking that far out. So we'll track that. We're also tracking severe thunderstorm chances for Monday. Much more on that threat coming up next.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. Rain chances return as we go through the weekend. Not a washout, but there could be some locally heavy downpours on Sunday in particular. Let's go through tomorrow. Showers west of us this evening, kind of fading as they approach our area. So really not much rainfall tomorrow or into tomorrow evening. That is Saturday at 10. But likely at some point tomorrow night into Sunday, we'll get some of that deeper moisture and energy to come on through. So midday Sunday, some showers and storms here and there, kind of scattered activity, but locally heavy downpours on Sunday. Not much of a severe threat overall. Monday morning, we focus on that line west and northwest of us. That comes on through here sometime during the middle of the day. I'm not sold on that secondary line. As I mentioned, this model cranks it out there Monday at 5 p.m. But that main line that comes in Monday will be packing a punch. A different model here, kind of the same idea, that moisture shifting eastward in time. None of these models are perfect, but you get the general idea. Sunday, the chance during the day for some pop-up showers. showers and thunderstorms and locally heavy downpours. Quiet Sunday night. Monday morning, again, areas west and northwest of us. There's the line with that cold front coming on through here sometime around midday on Monday and then pushing down to the southeast. So let's break down the severe weather setup. I picked Sunday at 2 p.m. The significant tornado parameter, it's there. It's really not real widespread or potent. And there's no low-level jet to show you. So that really right there eliminates the chance for any big-time tornadic activity anywhere across the south. We have to have that low-level jet for tornado formation. Energy, it'll be in place, but the higher energy will be off to the west of us Sunday midday. So some showers here and likely some lightning strikes as well because of the energy, but probably no worse than some gusty winds, 30, 40 miles per hour. Hail chances Sunday look small. Wouldn't rule it out completely, but it looks pretty small. All right, as we go into Monday, a little more of a potent setup here. So the significant tornado parameter, a little more widespread. Those are the black lines that you see. The low-level jet actually does show up at that point, Monday midday. So that will help produce perhaps some rotating thunderstorms. And then we need the energy to kind of lift that up and produce, you know, what would be a mesocyclone and a potential tornado in the atmosphere. So some of those ingredients certainly in place on Monday. The radar projection midday Monday, yeah, a lot of showers and storms, a lot of lightning as well at that point. So that's the day that could be a first alert weather day. We're giving you that first alert. We've been doing it all week long. The threat for tornadoes, large hail, strong winds, and flooding elevated on Monday. We don't have the Storm Prediction Center's outlook yet. It goes out through the, I guess, Sunday morning, Saturday into Sunday. We have a marginal risk for that period. But for that Monday period, I'm thinking a slight risk basically in our area. Again, the primary severe threat, the damaging winds, but every single threat a possibility as we go through Monday. So be weather aware for Monday of next week. I am at the National Tropical Weather Conference next week in South Padre Island, bringing you some good tropical/hurricane coverage. Tune in next week right here on Weather Extra.